Hi everyone, welcome back. I just wanted to give you a little walkthrough and maybe we'll do some setting up in my new Hobonichi Cousin, which is an April start, and today is like the 4th of April or something. This is going to go inside my 5-year cover, not a 5-year journal. This is a 1-year April start cousin. But it's just a little bit too small for the cover. If you can see there, it sticks out quite a bit if I line that up with the two sides, you can see there's quite a bit of overhang. But if we use one that's inside of a jelly cover, which I have on my other cousin, it fits quite nicely. So I ordered a jelly cover when I ordered the cousin, so I do have it on the way. But until then, I think I'm not going to use the cover until I get something to protect that sizing a bit better. Alright, so this is now my work planner, and I was using my weeks, but the cousin just speaks to me and the size is really nice, and I think I can do a lot more in terms of planning inside of this particular thing. So I'm really super keen to give it a go. So in terms of decorating, I want to keep this pretty minimal. I'm not really doing much in here at all. I just put this cute little die cut from Arabea on the front there. I think it's adorable. And then I thought these, well, this is an inside joke at work, but I thought this was quite appropriate for a work planner as well. So I might pop some other things in here as time goes on, but that might be the only real things I do in here. It's just a little bit on this page. I do have this 4-sticker set that I got from Trish at Hobby Hoppers. She sent this to me, and I have been called Wonder Woman by my boss at work before, so I was thinking I might just pop this one in. I was sort of thinking about using these for a spread, but you know what, let's put one in. I think I just want to put that pink one in. I think it really makes sense in here. They're really nice thick stickers. Let's see. Okay, this was not planned. I did not expect to do this with you today. I'm going to put it in this corner. I was going to put it in this corner, but that's going to have jelly cover on it, so it might not be seen. So it can just go there for now. Well, it can go there. It's not coming up. Alright, so nothing on this page. And then in here, I've made a start with some color coding. So these blue dots here are paydays. I've highlighted this Monday through Sunday part of every calendar with a different tombow. So I've got 6 tombos, so 6 and 6. And these are the tombos that I'm using. So January through June and then July through December are going to get the same treatments basically. So you'll see where those come into play as I move through the planner. So I have just this little sticky note here from May Paper Co. to tell me what those tombow colours are in case I ever forget, because some of them are very close. They're very similar colours. Okay, so this is my year at a glance page, and you can see here I've pulled across those colours from that key, and I'm in 2 minds about what to use this page for. In fact, I think I'll use it for both. In my cousin for personal, which is memory keeping, I actually use this as a tracker, and it's for personal tracking stuff. But I thought I could use this for a tracker for work, and then I also wanted to use it for events. So I thought, well, I can actually do both, because for my tracker, I'm just going to use one of those dot pens, so you can see through those. If I choose the right color, you can see through those. So I wanted to track, particularly, you know, at the moment in COVID times, days that I'm in the office, because I'm only in 3 days a week most of the time. Also for tax reasons, you need to be taking notice of what days you're working from home, how many days. So yes, that information is useful. And then I was going to track my days off as well, any time off that I had, whether that's sick or annual leave. And then track what days we post to social media, because we are a bit sporadic with that. So it often coincides with events, of course, because we are pretty active around events, but we need to post more religiously otherwise as well. We're pretty good, but we're sporadic, so because other things take priority, whereas I want to get a schedule together, and hopefully this planner is going to help me do that. So I'm thinking I can write the event across here and then still maybe have 3 or 4 trackers at this end, but if it overlaps it's not going to matter because, as I said, the dots are see-through anyway. So I'm not going to use a pen, I'm not going to use a gel pen or anything to do the tracking. I'll just use one of the dot pens instead, and they don't make too much mess, if you like, so you can see through them. So that's the plan for these pages. And then I have my calendar. The April Start Cousins actually starts in February for the monthly pages. So I have February and March ready to go. And I actually am going to backfill these 2 months because I think it's just useful to have that information at hand if I need it, just the things that we've done recently. So I might do that today on camera. And what I want to do in here is, in the monthly section, is track my budget and track events, and potentially what I'm thinking is meetings as well, like recurring meetings, not sporadic meetings, but recurring meetings. I thought I might put in here. Not sure if I need to do those because they will definitely go in the weekly section, but it might be good to see at a glance because some of them are big, so I can see when they're coming up and know that I need to prepare for them. So that's a possibility. And I've made a note here, do I need to color code for states? So we're a national company, international actually, so we have all the states plus internationals as sections for us, and sometimes it's useful to know which state is having a certain event. Public holidays is also another thing in here. My team is responsible for putting announcements up when certain offices are closed around the country, so I think this might help them to keep track of, when they need to do that. If we can see that it's coming up in advance, if we look at the calendar in advance and say, okay, 12th of April is public holiday, well actually the 5th of April is a public holiday, then on the 29th of March we need to start letting people know that we're going to be closed that day. Things like that. You can see I've carried that colour across the top here as well, and then I will use that Tombow throughout this page and all of April. What I've done then is just put one of these sticky notes on every month as a forward planning thing. So if something pops up that's going to be happening on the 9th of July, I can write it on here rather than writing it in the box in case it moves. So a bit of forward planning so that then at the end of June I'll plan out July's month, and then I can transfer those in when I know that they're real. So you maybe noticed that I'm alternating where I'm placing them. I'm putting them across here and then across this middle part and then across the top as well. I think we might have missed a couple of pages. Anyway, I'm just moving them around a bit so that I don't really bulk up just the bottom corner of these pages. So as you can see, they go through to May 2022, and then we move into the weeks. And this is last week, and I was actually on holidays last week, so it will probably remain empty, I think. There's no point filling that out. And then I've just gone ahead and used that same Tombow just to highlight that month over here, that week, sorry, of the month. That's happening in that little corner. And then when I move to May, I will highlight with May's colour. If I just move to the daily section, then I've highlighted April with the same Tombow there, and then I have done nothing at all for April 1st yet. So actually I was on leave a Thursday, Friday was a holiday, Saturday and Sunday don't work obviously, and then Monday's a holiday as well. So this one here will be the first proper day back, and I'll show you how I plan to set that up as well. Okay, so while we're here, I think we will make a start on setting up these trackers. It's a little daunting to do so. which way do I want to write? I'm just going to write the tracking here. So you can see at the top there's 3 spaces for things you want to focus on for the month, and I think I'll do that tomorrow at work because I don't want to think too much about work today. So I'm just going to write for April, in office, day off, and social media. Now I'm not going to do the same for May yet because it may be that I don't want to track the same things, or I want to track more things or something in May. So I'm going to leave it for now. Also, eventually we'll be in the office every day and we won't need to worry about whether we can have a certain number of people at work or not, I think. So I may not want to track that down the track. No pun intended, but maybe I will. So we'll see how that goes. So I'll leave that for the moment, and then we hit February. So what I've done is just map out when things happened in February, just so I can write them in here. And I was going to put them on here, but I forgot. So I might just remove this for now. No residue, that's good. And put in the recurring meetings. So let's have a look back here. February is the N95 Tombow. So I'll grab that one. And I'm just going to pop in everything that happened. I'm not sure if I want to mark it with a Tombow first or not. I think I won't. Okay, there's all the things that happened, and you can see that I've left one square before each one, and I decided to do that because I thought I would just tick off whether it happened, or I'll put a cross if it didn't happen. These all happened because I'm planning after the fact, so I know that they did happen. And then I could also highlight these with the Tombow as well if I wished to say that they were done, but I don't think I'll bother. I could also have some notes down the side here for things that I want to focus on for that month, but again, it's back planning, so I won't worry about it for February. Okay, I'll just go ahead and do the same for March. Okay, so that's everything for March, and I know that this meeting did not happen, that one did, so I'll just tick all those off. And one thing is that I was away for Friday. I'm going to mark it with my Tombow, so I'll just put it through the whole middle. So Friday away, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And I might just let that dry a little, and I'll come back and write annual leave on those. Okay, so I can set up April now, and I've written down some of the things that I know are happening this month, so I'll put those in pen, which is a bit scary, but it's okay. I think we'll manage. Okay, so there's my April. Let me also check April's Tombow. 772, which is this one, because I was also away on Thursday. Friday's public holiday, and so is Monday, but I don't think Maybe I'll write them in. Let's have a look back here. Alright, I'll just write them in because we're not actually going to be at work. I'm just going to write it across the center of the box. Because we're not working that day anyway, so we can't schedule anything. I think that makes sense. And then on these ones, I'll write annual leave. And this one, I'll try to stretch across 3 boxes. Like so. And I can put it here as well. Okay, so I have this meeting here on the 8th, which is about budgets, and I've been a bit slack at keeping on track with what's happening with our budgets. So for my particular area, I manage one of the sections. So I'm going to have that meeting and then be able to just map that information out in here as well, which I really have been desperate to do, have some kind of plan for when things are going to happen, when we're going to spend a certain amount of money. Also, the events will go in here, and I don't have the events in my calendar, so I haven't been able to put those in. So the meeting, I'll have a meeting tomorrow on the Tuesday with my team, and we'll work out then what events are happening. Okay, so then I can leave the rest of these sticky notes in here to map out the rest of the forward planning as we go on. And then we get into the weeklies. I'm going to leave this one blank, and then this is my clean slate for April 6th and onwards. So at this stage I actually have no meetings scheduled in my calendar for Tuesday. I wonder if I've got any for the rest of the week, apart from my budgets one on Thursday. So I've been away, plus my boss is now away. So I was away for two weeks pretty much, and now she's away for the next week. So that's where most of my meetings tend to come from, which is good because it lets me really map out what I want to have happen this week. So I need to actually check the calendars of my team before I can plan a meeting for tomorrow. But I would just like to put down some things that I want to get done. So Tuesday I want to have a catch up with the team. We need to review our quarterly plans. I had those due actually to me I think on the Tuesday when I get back, so that I can go through them, review the quarterly plans. I need to review what events we have coming up because we've got some quite big ones, and I need to prep for a clinical meeting we've got next week. And I need to schedule time for the annual report. So just some broad things that I want to get done. I actually could have just written those here, I guess. But I'm having trouble committing to writing on paper, so I'll leave it for now. I'll just put it on here, and I might add this other note back, which was from the other page. I'll just pop that in as well in case I want to take some rough notes in the planner at all. Okay, so one thing that maybe I'll just do it on a daily page that we're not going to use. I just want to show you something I learned from my friend Shauna. So I'm going to use these two Sarasa milk pens here. I got these from Point Blank Co. Stationery. And what Sho did was groundbreaking to me, but to most people it's probably a normal thing. If she's having a meeting, she will prep for that meeting by writing out what the meeting's about and what she plans to achieve in that meeting. So we might have say I'll put the meeting notes here at the bottom of the page, and then I could move to the little notes section right at the back if I need to, but let's just put this in here for now. So we'd say meeting number 1, and she'll just write down here well, I'm not quite sure what she writes here, but I would write down the objective of the meeting and any discussion points or agenda items. And then for the actual meeting itself, she'll switch to a blue pen. I'm going to use purple because that's the kind of person I am. And she will just take meeting notes with this pen. So meeting notes 1, meeting notes 2, etc. She might need to draw something to map out, or a graph. Maybe she needs to understand what's happening about something. And then once that's finished, this might use up a whole bunch of paper, but once she's ready, or afterwards when she's reviewing how that meeting went, or maybe even at the end of the meeting as you're wrapping up, she'll write down what actions come out of that meeting in a red pen. Action 1, action 2, action 3. So then it's really easy to see at a glance what the meeting was about and what the actions are. We don't really need to know the notes in great detail as long as we know what the actions are. It's good to have the notes there for sure, because that helps you inform what action you're going to take. But by having just different coloured pens, and I collect thousands of pens and all different colours, and finally I have a use for them. So I think that was such a, thank you, show, if you're watching, such a revelation to me in a way, to take notes in that way. I think that's going to make such a difference if I can manage to stick to it. It may be that these will go in a different planner, these notes, because I tend to take a lot of notes in meetings, plus a lot of my meetings just go for hours, and so I'm never going to have enough space in this particular day to capture everything. So I have a few notebooks at work, so it might be that I take the notes in that notebook and then I can just pull across the important things in here or whatever, but I will take them in here if I can, that's for sure. I can write very small, which is good, and this grid helps me do that, so yeah, I think that's quite helpful. Okay, so that's the setup for the Cousin for work. One thing I didn't mention back here on this section, I have planned to color code how I've spent my time. So I would like to have a section for a color code for sales admin. I need to approve a lot of quotes, so if the guys want to give a large discount, I have to approve that. So it comes to me and I need to analyse the margins and work out whether we can make that same offer, depending on justifications, all sorts of things. It's quite a detailed thing I have to do. Plus I also have to work out pricing for new services and things like that. So I'd like to capture how much time is being spent on that separately as well. And I guess I don't know, it's a bit hard to track emails and how much time you spend on emails, but maybe I'll call this emails and general admin, because those things can take up quite a bit of time. So I'm thinking I might even just use the same Tombow colours again, but just none for that month. I wouldn't use one. I'm just trying to decide whether I would use different Tombows again for that, or if I might just choose 4 of those that are a bit different, maybe like these top 4, and just use those as the ones, even though 772 is the colour for this month. I will figure that out before my next video, so that you will know what I'm going to do. Alright guys, let me know what you think. I'm very excited about it. I think it's going to be, it's given me this sense of achievement already. I think it feels motivational that we're actually going to get some good planning done, and I'm excited about that. You know, that's cool stuff. It's something I really love to do, and I've felt a bit hampered lately, and I'm wondering if this is going to help me get back on track. So wish me luck, and also please let me know your thoughts. If you have any tips or ideas for me, please let me know as well. But I hope you're not disappointed that I'm keeping this super minimal. Like, this is the extent of the excitement I think that's going to be in here. It's these couple of stickers, maybe some washi, but I don't want to put washi on the pages. I want to keep the pages very blank and minimal. I think that's just going to suit what I want to do here the most. What I may add is some tip-ins just to separate the sections out, or even just like I've got a couple of journal cards here with me, very simple. I could just chuck that in on this weekly so that I can get to the weekly easily, and maybe even the daily. For Tuesday is the 6th, I could pop another one in there for that day, just that I know where my weekly and my daily is. Super simple, but like I said, I don't want to be crazy in here. I want to keep it minimal. I can even put them, you know, inside the sections, because then they'll flip to those pretty easily to find them. I do have a pencil board, of course. I think you saw at the beginning of the video, so that could very easily take the place of the daily one. And maybe I'll throw this guy in this month. I also have some stickers coming from the Coffee Monsters Co. Let me show you. This is my other cousin, and this is a jelly cover. I bought a very similar jelly cover for this one, so it fits in the other cover properly. But this will be the fun part actually in the planner. I've bought these exact same monthly dividers as well, again, which is for the daily section. So while they are super cute, that'll be the only really super cute thing poking out.